Hey there. So today's episode is all about being your authentic self and consistency in branding. I'm going to share a personal experience that just happened to me recently that really magnified this, and I'm super excited to share it with you, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I am an active real estate agent and coach, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about how to build and scale your business the modern way by leveraging the power of social media. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below. Make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified every week I drop a new video. I hear from real estate agents like you all the time who are looking to build and scale their business the modern way, and I absolutely love it. So if that is you, feel free to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and would love to chat and see how I can help you out in your business. Also, this channel is all for you. So if there are topics you want me to cover, things that you want me to, shoot videos on, please feel free to reach out, share with me what topics you want me to cover, and I would love to shoot a video on that. So like I said, today's episode is literally all about consistency and in branding and really truly being your authentic self. So recently I had an experience. My family and I, we had gone on a trip. We're coming back through the Salt Lake City airport. If you know anything about the Salt Lake City airport, I'm telling you, if you are in Terminal B, get your running shoes on, get your walking shoes on, because it is a trek to get out to, baggage claim and ground transportation and all of that. So my family and I, we had gone on a trip. We were at Terminal B. And so, we had our 15-minute walk, which is totally great. I am happy to get more steps in. I'm happy to close my rings, especially on a travel day. On this particular day, we have our 4 kids. My husband and I were walking through the airport. I've got my hair in a top knot. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I'm in some cozy pants. It's just, travel day, right? So as I'm walking through the airport, we're probably 5 minutes into our walk over to ground transportation where we're going to go get our car. And as I'm walking, there is a mom in front of me, and she's got 2 kids behind her. The mom, literally super mom, she's got backpacks on, she's wheeling suitcases, literally just had stuff piled high. And they, she probably had a 4-year-old son. I would say he's probably about 4. And he was done. It's 8:30 at night, it's bedtime, and he's just like, "Mommy, I'm all done. I'm all done." And he's just crying, and he's telling her I want to go to bed. I'm tired. Hold me, right? And then you've got the daughter who's a few years older than he is. And, she's just she's pushing her suitcase, and you could tell she was such a trooper and just trying to power through too. And all of a sudden, some of you guys know that I have been a teacher for many years, not only, teacher, coach, real estate agent, but my teacher hat, I had taught preschool, kindergarten, first grade, second, right? I've taught a lot of different grades, and all of a sudden, not only did mom mode kind of kick in, but also the teacher hat kind of kicked in. And this cute little family, they're right in front of us. And all of a sudden, I strike up a conversation with the son, and I just said, "Hey, you are doing such a good job. You are almost there. And this is a super long walk, isn't it?" And he looks at me like, "Oh my gosh, who are you?" Right? And I smile, and I was like, "Seriously, you are doing an amazing job." And my kids were right next to me too. And so as I was walking, I'm like, "My kids are tired too. Don't tell anybody though." And he kind of starts smiling and laughing. And it was during some holiday times. And I looked over to him and I said, "Did you go anywhere fun? And then all of a sudden it was like, "Yes, I did." And then he starts telling me about how he saw his cousins and aunts and uncles and da-da-da-da-da. And he just kept going and was just talking. And then the sister starts sharing experiences too. And so she starts talking. And so before we know it, we're talking, he's no longer asking his mom if, he can be held, and he's not crying anymore. And it was fine. Right. So we go probably another 5 minutes, and I'm just talking with kids and stuff, and mom's running through the airport as fast as she can. So by that time we got really close to where we needed to be. And at this point I kind of sped up a little bit. And I reached out to the mom and I was like, "You are doing such a good job." I go, "I can't believe you are carrying all these bags." And, meanwhile, we're carrying our bags too. And she's like, yeah. And I go, it sounds like you had a fabulous trip though. I heard about cousins and aunts and uncles, like all these different things. And then all of a sudden she like looks like, she kind of like does like a double take, and she looks at me and she goes, I know you. And I look at her and I smile and I said, help me out. Like, and of course, like my wheels are turning, like, how do we know each other? How do we know? Like, I'm thinking, I don't think I know these kids. I don't think I know her, but like, and I go, forgive me. Like, how do we know each other? Like, let's place this together. And she looks at me, she goes, I know you from social media. And I said, you're kidding, really? She goes, I've been following you on Instagram for years now, and I feel like I know you. And I said, oh my gosh, that's so nice of you to say. And she goes, and you know what is even like more like mind-boggling about this whole experience is she's like, you're the same on social media as you are in real life, you know, because we started having this conversation. And she goes, you look exactly like you look on social media. And I'm thinking to myself, well, everything that I'm doing on, like, it's not a picture of me from 20 years ago. It's not me like, 10 years ago. It is me in real life, real time right now. And it really like, and I just started thinking, I'm like, yeah, and she goes, and you have 4 kids, don't you? And I said, I do. And she goes, and 2 of them are twins, huh? And I said, I do. And so as we like got to the end of our conversation, and as we kind of got to the end of the airport, we're just walking and talking and all that. She's like, I can't tell you how nice it is to be able to meet somebody that I watch, I follow, I whatever, and you are the same. It seems like, she's like, I feel like you're the same on there as you are in real life. And I said, honestly, like that's the biggest compliment ever, because that is like, truly, that is the goal. Like the goal is to show up here in one space and to have that consistent to parallel your life. And so it really just got me thinking about how important this is for your business branding wherever you are. You never know, you might be walking through the Salt Lake City airport and you might come across one of your followers that you had no idea, right? You might be at a soccer field. You might be showing up at a party. Like wherever you are, you never know the lives that you'll touch. You'll never know until something like that happens. And my husband was a little bit farther back with one of our other kids. And so after I was sharing him, he goes, oh, how did you know her? And I said, actually, I did it. And then I recap kind of the story. He goes, you're kidding me, really? And I said, yeah. And he's like, that's actually really cool. And so again, kind of coming back to being your authentic self. And sometimes when I'm coaching agents on this, they say, well, Mariah, I don't know who really I am. Here is an exercise for you to try and to do. Take out a piece of paper or, type this up on a Google Doc, make it really easy. Write down as many things as you can think of either, things that you've gone through, challenges, trials, successes, whatever things that make you you. Write down hobbies, write down things that interest you, write down places you've traveled, places you've lived, right? So once you start crafting this list, you're going to start seeing things that are going to pop out on this list of things where you're like, oh, you know what? That actually really resonates with me. Oh, that one really resonates with me. And you're going to start taking those experiences and you're going to start crafting your story. Everybody has a story. I remember in the beginning when I started my business, and I remember thinking like, there's nothing exciting or interesting about me. Like, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I've got 4 kids. I just thought in my mind, like, there's nothing really that makes me super unique or special. But that's the crazy thing. And that's the amazing thing is everybody's story, you are going to connect with other people that might have similar experiences, that might have similar interests. And recently this happened to, I gave a class recently, and in this workshop that I was giving, after the class, I had somebody reach out and they were like, Mariah, I swear we are living like parallel lives. Like everything you're sharing is like mirroring my life. And so you are going to start attracting, when you start being your authentic self, you are going to start attracting other people, clients, friendships that that resonates with them. And the more of those that you are able to form in your business, the more business you are really going to start to have, the more friendships you're going to start having, the more doors you're going to start having opening to you by truly just being you and being your authentic self. So once you have that list written down, just start picking out things of ways that you want to craft your story, ways that you want to build on this. Like I had said before, I was a teacher for a bunch of years, and I remember that got in the way. Like I felt like that got in the weeds of like, well, how can I be a teacher and how can I sell, how can I go from one career to the next? You can do it. And in fact, a lot of your previous experience, a lot of your experiences from before are going to transfer over and are going to lend itself really nice and are going to help you connect with other people. So I remember thinking like, oh, I can't tell anybody that I was a teacher. Are you kidding? Like, of course I'm going to tell people that before, because that helps in the space that I'm in right now, because I coach, I do all these different things in my business, not only sell luxury real estate, but I also am able to coach, real estate agents and whatnot too. So figure out figure out the authentic you, craft that story. Once you craft that story, then you start sharing it. That is the beautiful part about social media, is you start sharing that story, your authentic self. And what's going to happen when you consistently show up, that consistent branding, time over time, or week after month after year, all of those different things, what's going to happen is it's kind of like that compounding effect, where you show up today and then you show up tomorrow and then the next day and then the next day. And then before you know it, you're going to have your wagons are going to be hitched, because somebody's going to start following you, and then they see that they're following you. So then they follow, right? And so all of a sudden you just have this incredible network. You have this incredible following. You have, this incredible tribe and group that you are part of. If you are able to, one, stay, be your authentic self, and then two, stay consistent with your branding. If you need help with this, I coach and train agents on this all the time. The group that I'm part of, we talk about this nonstop in our, weekly masterminds and everything. If this is of interest to you, feel free, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, let's chat and see how we can craft your story. Let's see how we can help your branding and really help your business take off. So again, stay consistent and be authentically you, and consistently brand yourself. Show up the same place as you would in the airport, as you will on social media. And I'm telling you, you will have experiences like this too. And your husband will look at you and go, what? Are you kidding me? And you'll say, yep, it is all part of it, because I'm being my authentic self and I am being true to my consistent branding. Wishing you a fabulous day. And again, if I can help you in any way, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Let's chat and see how we can build your business the modern way by leveraging the power of social media. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.